Alrighty then, do we have signs of life? No, we don't. Oh, there we go. I'd be worried there for a second. Bit of a delay. Anyways, we'll now do one of my infamous seamless transitions in... Ta-da! How you doing? How y'all doing? Hope everyone is well. Happy Friday for those who celebrate the Friday and for those who don't. I got nothing. Anyways, welcome in. I had some mild internet problems at the very beginning, and I was just like, ooh, is that going to be good? Is that going to be bad? Is it going to get worse? So I'm sort of eyeing the OBS and eyeing the router on the other side. I'll be mildly distracted, but it seems to be going okay. Seems to be going okay. Anyways, hope everyone's doing well. TGIF. For anyone who is coming into Friday, happy days. For anyone who's coming into Saturday, which I will do in 33 minutes, happy days. Norvi, welcome in. Plagueth my steampunk. Aw, thank you. You make me blush. Hope everyone's doing good. If you're doing bad, I hope you're getting away with it. So, what are we doing? Well, actually, the more correct way to open this is... How was the week? Damn. That's more reason I've got in real life. Thank you. No. Yes, but anyways, what was I going to say? This week has been remarkably relaxing. It's the second week of the new job. Everything's going fine. Everything's going great. Surprisingly, I think I've got a handle on all the stuff I need to do. I'll make mistakes, of course, but there'll be small ones and I'll learn from them. But I am remarkably relaxed because it's nowhere near as hectic as the last job. I'm actually surprised. Better pay, closer to home, better conditions. I won't say less work because there's still a lot to do, but it's significantly less stressful. We're talking like 80% less stressful. All the same benefits. I'm just like, huh, this is a thing? Really? Huh. Normally what we do is on the Fridays I bring out the chill games and then we do something to wind it down to burn off all the excess stress and frustration and anger built up from the work week. I got none of that this time. Legitimately. None. So we're actually going to jump into something a bit different. It's called the Invincible. It's some kind of cassette futurism-esque sci-fi space novel turned into a video game. I deliberately know as little about this game as possible because I wanted to surprise myself with it. I just saw some of the visuals and I'm like, ooh, that looks fascinating. So I got it when it was on sale. I've just sort of kept it tucked away until today. So we're going to jump into it, we're going to see how it is. Hopefully it's good. I have listened to the soundtrack and that was good. So, you know. Hopefully the game stands up to the hype that I built around it. But anyways, we're going to jump straight into it. It's going to be great. And yeah, let's do it. I mean, I say that and I haven't actually launched the game yet. At least it's downloaded. Because that'd be kind of awkward if I had to frantically download it whilst, you know, buying time and whatnot. I've played this game for exactly 4 minutes just to make sure that it works. So I know the first 2 minutes of the game. And that's it. Everything else after that's going to be a complete surprise. But let's go da-da. And then we're going to go da-da, da-da, da. And then that's good, actually. Hey there, Lily. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're up to some... Whoa, that's a bit loud. Hope you're up to some good studies. Gucci. Hey, love to hear it. But that looks good in terms of position and monitoring stuff. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Hang on, let me just check the borders of this. That's good. That's good. Good, good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah, like I said, work's keep me busy, but in a very relaxed kind of way, so I have, like, no stress right now. Well, I mean, that's not true. I have some IRL stresses and some other things going on in the background, but that's my problem to deal with. I have no work stress, so gotta take the good with the bad. Hey, thank you. There's the place, my cheer squad. Love to see it. Hope you're doing well. Alright, so we're going to jump into this. The game soundtrack is pretty cool, I gotta say. It's available on Spotify and Apple Music and all the usual stuff, and you can get it as a bundle with the game on Steam as well. So if you like the sound of it, check it out. I think it was on sale and going cheap, and it still is on sale. I don't know when it ends. So, you know, maybe pick up a copy if you like what you see. Anyways, let's jump into it. Let's do this. I know nothing except we're in space. The Dragonfly, a small research unit of the Interplanetary Commonwealth with a crew of 6, travels the distant regions of space. After visiting many worlds and exploring numerous planets, the research mission comes to an end. However, on the way home, there's one more task waiting for the crew. Despite the risk, astrogator Novik undertakes the extraction of a rare and extremely valuable mineral himself. Good in the Colosseum. Oh, damn, you're doing the Colosseum build. I've seen some screenshots of that in the server. That's really good. I tip my hat to you. Novik gets the mineral, but at the cost of a broken leg and immense pain. For science, eh? The astrogator's accident doesn't stop the crew from happily celebrating the end of the research cycle. It was a time of creating deep bonds and feeling unstoppable. That's not a red flag. Victorious, they set course for home and go for a well-deserved rest in the hibernation chambers. Oh.
Where am I? My head. Marit? Anybody?
The comic book style. I do too. It's part of what appealed to me with this game is they have that kind of retro cassette futurism style. So if you look at sci-fi, science fiction magazines and novels and books from the 1950s onwards, you have this very unique visual styling, which I thought was quite cool and I enjoyed. It's very non-functional, but I dig it.
Base, this is Dr. Yasna. I need backup. Base, come in. I have I'm showing disturbing symptoms. A brain fog, severe pain in the frontal lobe. Confusion.
Mm-hmm.
At first glance, there are no serious injuries. And yet, I'm quite concerned. I don't even know how I got here. Where here is. Backup needed, I repeat. Do you hear me?
I mean, it's a pretty good tutorial. It explains where we are, it sets the story, sets the narrative, gives us an objective, teaches the controls. And it's very minimal on the UI, like it's just a little hand icon there.
work for a moment, but now there's only silence. Damn it, I've lost my beacon. Where is it? I have 2 solid hectobars in the tank. That's enough for several hours.
Look how goofy that looks. I love it.
Just like I thought. Nothing. I'm on my own. The beacon can't be detected either. There aren't many supplies, which would suggest a quick recce. Or was it just the end of the mission? Let's see if the past me hasn't failed the present me. And let's hope she took notes. Are we on Regis 3? Doesn't ring any bells. And my crew have no way to tell me. So I report that I have no recollection of this planet. The last thing I remember. Hang on. We've closed the research cycle. We were already in hibernation. Flying back. Is my blackout a side effect of metabolic depression? That would be bizarre. For some reason, our crew split into 2 groups. The first one set up camp. I wonder if I was with them. Or am I on my way there? Both groups landed in the same place. We took 2 landers to the surface. They don't usually do this. Maybe the first one broke. The first group explored the ocean with no biologist. It's weird. And the other one, just me, took a different route. Leading to... Right! I was heading straight to the camp. You must be somewhere near. I can't just wait here. I just need to get a sense of my surroundings. Landmarks. Well done, past me. You didn't disappoint after all. Oh, I sound like... I need to stop doing this. I'm looking for something that resembles a dog.
That looks like a dog.
Bingo! I found the dog! We have the first one. I need one more.
So this is that that time in math class where they're like, you need to learn this because one day it'll save your life. I mean, we're not really doing too complicated math here, so, you know, technically it counts.
An object I called needle.
Well, it has a hole in it, so it's literally right there.
Right. It resembles the eye of a needle. I report that I have established my position. Time to hit the road.
This is one of those things where the environment is the true enemy, because we're in some hostile alien planet, we're in a spacesuit with a giant glass faceplate. If we fall over and crack it, then we're doomed. It's a specific genre of fiction, which is like man versus world, or what? Oh, there's a sprint button, okay. which I find to be a really compelling type of story. Why are there lions? There's an actual pathway here.
I think I see our ship. You're
Wait,
not
does it
leaving
count as
without
Earth?
me,
This
are
isn't
you?
Earth. Nah. Puppy made out of Earth. Well... uh, yes, it does still count, because Earth can just mean, like, dirt.
I'm in a canyon, which doesn't make it easy to navigate. I hope the data's trustworthy and you're close by.
Yeah, I got no idea where I'm going.
Oh, I have something on the tracker. I assume it's no one from the crew, so perhaps it's my beacon.
Date, exactly.
Huh. There's water on this desert planet. Or another liquid that did not allow the biocenosis to fall. Won't be easy to replenish drinking supplies. Not without tests. Filtration, as we all remember. Third rule.
Oh. Third rule. Is it not the 10-second rule?
I was about to. Already awake? Good.
Oh.
Yasna?
Hmm?
Yeah, I don't know if you're awake, or whether it's a post-hibernation apraxia.
I'm awake. I'm awake. Just slowly.
Now, try to get up slowly.
Dr. Gorski doesn't look so well.
How are you holding up, Gorski? Don't get up just yet. Is it really so hard for you to remember a couple of simple rules?
I have to stretch my legs. They're numb.
Hibernation will do that. Just sit for a while.
Whoa. What's with this 10 frames a second?
Here, take it, and remember the third rule.
Yes, I know. Stay hydrated.
In small sips.
Always the first one to get up. I don't know how you do it, Merritt.
It's a matter of habit. After so many cycles of cryogenic sleep, one either gets used to it or becomes a tortoise. Koval, will you help me here?
May have to change the graphic settings just a wee bit. I was not expecting this to collapse so badly.
Has anyone noticed we're in the wrong place?
Koval, it's not a good time.
Yasna, look for yourself. This is not the right planet.
You shouldn't be walking yet.
Come on.
Koval, could you stop it?
I'm telling you, we woke up in the wrong place.
Yes, we heard you. Enough of this, Yasna.
Crow,
Astrogator.
debating chamber in 15 minutes. This can't be good.
Guess we'll find out.
Wait for the cutscene to finish and then fix up that
Hold on to it.
bitrate.
Remember.
Alright, now we're back to 60 FPS. And I don't know how I'm supposed to drink with a helmet on. That's the part that's never been explained. So, settings real quick. Hey there, One True, welcome in. You're doing well. Let's just get graphics. Then we'll just drop that down to high. And turn off that. Wait, did that make it worse? How does turning down the graphics make it worse? That's just weird. Turn everything to F-ic. Then just turn down you here and there, see if that does the trick. Alright, that's weird. Doing fantastic, quit drinking completely for a year. Oh, good. I'm glad. You got me, kid. Just a flesh wound, though. Yeah, I'm glad that you've taken that journey into health and you're feeling a lot better. Mean graphics as usual. I think it's probably just the fact that I'm playing it and streaming at the same time, because I didn't have any issues when I was just, when I was just playing it for the 2 minutes or so before stream. I'm fine with 50 FPS.
On some planets, such storms last for several hundred days. I hope it's not one of them.
I don't really see this tracker doing anything too useful. Oh no, it's trying to get us to go that way. Let's not do that. So Norvi, this is... Exit from the area. This is a space game. We are an astronaut lost on a strange alien planet. I don't think that's the way we need to go. Wait, now thing's broken. Let's go this way. Hey, welcome in, kid. Hope you're doing well. Okay, closing your eyes again. So you pop in, you take a shot at me, and then you just go to sleep. Man after my own heart. I love it.
Getting warmer.
Oh, here we go. Oh, what's this?
Got you. I found it. Look for me on your trackers.
Guess we don't need that anymore. Let's get up there. Rocco. I mean, it does kind of look like a crocodile. Remember a long time ago, a friend of mine and I, we went to a zoo, and one of the exhibits was literally crocodiles. So you were walking around and there was a big glass tank
Moving on.
with a couple of the crocodiles just sort of chilling in water. And my friend and I, we stopped next to the tank, and we were at eye level with these creatures. Like, you could literally see inside underwater and whatnot. And the moment one of the crocodiles saw us, it just sort of very gently and gracefully started... Not swimming. It just sort of, like, very gently moved its tail and started drifting towards us.
All right. No time to lose.
And that was how we felt and experienced how predatory those creatures can be. It wasn't a big splash, it wasn't in a hurry, it was just sort of a gentle little nudge. It just started coming directly towards me. Obviously there was a glass divider there, there was nothing it could do. But I just remember noticing that.
Time to go.
It stuck with me. I'm glad I haven't seen too many of them IRL before. Yeah, crocodiles. Good old crocs.
If this area is volcanically active, ash outbursts and extreme temperature changes may explain the extinction of local fauna and flora. But it's all just too idyllic. There's no dust in the air. The sky's clear, and the soil looks like laterite to me. Perhaps not highly fertile, but not entirely barren.
Nerd. Okay, there's an invisible wall there, we can't walk any further. So we're on rails. Can't just freely explore. Yeah, I can't jump. Not that I was planning to, but you know, when it comes to a video game like this, you have to try. Just to experiment. So we're very much on rails, we can only enjoy the scenery from a distance. Oh, fun fact. If you've ever seen photographs of Mars in university textbooks or NASA's website or anything like that, all of the photos are doctored to give it an artificially orange hue. If you look at unedited photos provided by NASA, and they do have them, taken by the rovers and whatnot, Mars doesn't look as orange and red as we think it does. Just a fun fact. And I only mention that because most of this world is like sort of orangey and whatnot, but the sky doesn't look really orange. Is this your first time playing the game? Yes, this is my first time playing this game. I played it for exactly 2 minutes before stream to make sure that it worked, which means I saw the wake-up sequence, but everything else is a complete mystery to me. Whoa, why are we getting frame drops? Or because we're loading a new area? Whoa! Hello. It's like Saturn. Well, at least it's not Uranus. Yes, I have a juvenile sense of humor. I won't even pretend otherwise. Fair. That's true. Whoa. Wait, you just tell me to... Yep. Then focus.
I could already see the camp. Over 400 meters in a straight line. I see you. Can you hear me?
Only one tent? We're all sharing? Okay.
I just need to get down from here.
Oh.
I can't get down this way. I could attach a rope though. But, for some reason, I don't have one with me.
slide. That wouldn't be a good idea in a spacesuit if it gets ripped.
Here the ground slopes a little more gently, which doesn't mean it's completely flat. On second thoughts, maybe not. The last thing I need now is an injury.
Yeah, I don't think the injury is our biggest problem right now. I think it's having our suit ripped open.
Oh well. If it catches me, so be it. This suit will hold.
Oh, really? Suit will hold, eh? I don't think that's wise, but okay. That's not the way down. I think I saw another pathway over here. Alright, I'm going to tell you a bit of a fun space fact, and by fun I mean gory, so cover your ears if you're sensitive to this stuff. Fact in 3, 2, 1. So, in a lot of the sci-fi movies, they have the scene where either a door or an airlock opens or a spacesuit gets torn open and they have someone typically die in a very gruesome fashion. My understanding is that if your suit is ripped and you lose pressure in space, what happens is that the gases in your body and your blood start to bubble and boil, and it would basically cause like brain aneurysms and other horrific injuries to your body. You'd probably die before you actually explode, but yeah, it's very unpleasant when a human being loses the pressure that we're used to. So when I say I'm worried about her suit ripping, I think we've got a bit of a, main character of the story exclusion, but realistically, if she was in space on a strange alien planet full of sharp rocks in a spacesuit, a very big risk would be it tearing on something. And you'd have to very quickly preserve whatever pressure is in the suit, or else death. Or, alternatively, if the pressure on this planet is the same as what we're used to on Earth, you won't have that problem. But you've then got the other problem of what is in the air, what gases, what toxins, what creatures and critters, and how is that going to affect your breathable oxygen. I'm drinking something called Perky tonight. Made in Australia. It's like a probiotic drink, but it tastes like watermelon.
Great. A route that won't break my neck. I hope.
I hope too. Let's do this.
Okay. I'm at the bottom. Looks better from here. I'll be with you soon.
Continue marching towards the camp. Why is she flailing her arms around like that when she walks?
Visibility could be better.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I should wait. The storm gets worse. I'll be cut off from you.
We only have 2 hours of oxygen, so may as well make a run for it. Wait, what? We're in a spacesuit. Why would I be having eye trouble? Huh.
What happened? Where?
Dragonfly crew is awakened. Wakes up in a strange place. Blacks out again. So they have that little comic book story to refresh us and get us to understand where we are and what's going on.
I was heading to... Impossible. I'm much closer to my destination. I must have walked for some time. But... I don't remember it. Did I black out again? Send Hopper closer to the camp. Find a place to land. I need to get back to Dragonfly as soon as possible. Go to the infirmary and do a full set of tests on myself.
Wait, how are we gonna get up there? Like a rope or a pathway? Or... Bit of a walking simulator, but I don't mind it too much. Why do I feel like that humming's gonna come into play later on?
I remember you. Regis' third satellite.
R303, what a remarkably creative name. Scientist, am I right? Oof, 20 FPS.
Astrogator, sir. Crew,
Dr. Gorski, right on time. Any updates?
we have a set of data from the near-surface probe.
Great. How's the activity?
0, 0, and 2.
So, less than nothing. Atmosphere?
Nitrogen, 78%. Argon, 2%. Carbon dioxide, 0. Methane, 4%. The rest is oxygen.
Wait, that's 16%. With oxygen concentration as such, there should be life. At least some microbes, and yet we have detected no traces.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. Let's finish with the probe readings first. Air radioactivity?
It's virtually 0.
In a word, a paradise. No radioactivity, no endospores, no bacteria, no mold, no viruses, nothing.
Just the oxygen. If there are no living organisms on the continent, there shouldn't be this much of it.
What if life develops on some other continents here?
No, I doubt it. Insulation outside the equatorial zone is weak. You don't see how thick the polar ice caps were, Doctor. I can guarantee a minimum of 5 miles of ice sheet, potentially 6.
That's true. There's more chance of something in the ocean. Some seaweed, algae. But why didn't life migrate to the land?
Could be because of hard radiation.
I don't think so. According to the probe readings, the ground activity is exceptionally low for this part of the galaxy.
I wonder if some special kind of drought-intolerant evolution occurred here. That would at least explain some of the abnormalities.
Anyway, we'll have to take a look under the water. First, it would be good to know what time frame we're working with.
No worries, Lily. Enjoy your games. Thanks for the lurk.
Marit, do you have the geological analysis?
It's a bit too early for mature conclusions, but this planet looks Such a fossilized egg must be at least 6 billion years old. Besides, the sun has seen better days too. It's almost a red dwarf.
Any rare resources, forms, creatures?
We can't expect such detailed data, sir. Not from this distance.
Yes, we would have to explore the surface.
Astrogator, what exactly are we looking for?
The value of this planet. For now it may seem like the pinnacle of nonsense, but I assure you that Regis 3 is not without worth.
With all due respect, Astrogator, I have the impression you're not telling us everything.
As always, Dr. Koval, your instincts are correct. Please forgive my reticence. My goal was to maintain unimpeded research neutrality. There is indeed a very important factor of interest in this planet. The Alliance.
The Alliance?
The Alliance?
Correct.
What do they have to do with it?
Well, they've sent their most powerful unit here.
But to our best knowledge, Condor's traversing a distant quadrant.
Well, I'm not talking about the Condor.
So, the Invincible?
Good guess, Doctor. The steel behemoth with the power to produce billions of kilowatts in a split second, converting it into energy fields that no material body can penetrate, concentrating it into destructive rays as hot as stars that can reduce a mountain range to dust or evaporate an ocean, together with its crew of almost 100 men, professionals that are neither better nor worse than us.
Well, I dare to say we're better trained, Astrogator. They are, however, unquestionable masters of propaganda.
I know that some accomplishments they brag about are very much far-fetched, but the capabilities of the Invincible are not subject to doubt. And we as the scientific body should sever ourselves from the emotional and symbolic facade. In other words, we cannot ignore facts just because we don't like them, Mr. Koval.
All right. But where do we stand in all this? Together with our, may I say, not quite as numerous staff.
Despite our modest forces, we still have a chance to gain a critical advantage over the Alliance, while avoiding confrontation.
Okay. And how would we do?
Simple. We leave this planet before the Invincible arrives here.
Which is when, exactly?
Well, they're still far away.
Astrogator, please, how much time do we have to conduct safe research?
13 days.
There's no time to lose, then.
I appreciate your eagerness, Koval. Dr. Crowther, do we need full gear?
Definitely. Also, I caution you against taking off your helmets for a prolonged duration. This amount of methane is not neutral. Breathing the local atmosphere will lead to saturation drop, and you may start showing symptoms of mild brain damage, feel stupefied. But don't worry, not before an hour or even a couple of hours.
I see. Dr. Gorski, will you program Artie to collect samples?
Of course.
Merritt, Crowther, please prepare for the surface. Koval, you two. You're leaving early and...
And what about me?
You're staying on board, Doctor.
But Astrogator!
This is not up for debate. I need you here. As you well know, there's not much work to do for a biologist on Regis 3. If any.
Okay.
Well, if I was ordered to stay, what the hell am I doing here?
Interesting. Okay. Hey, Lemo. Welcome in. Rather than focus, I think it's just frame drops. Sound like a wolf for a second. During the cutscenes, we dropped to a lovely 20 FPS versus our usual 45 to 50 in normal. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, thank goodness. Not everyone's in the field. This is Dr. Yasna reporting. Do you copy? I'm entering the campgrounds.
Oh.
Is anyone out there?
You thought it was a robot or
It's just
something.
an Androbot.
Well, we need to talk to the Robot for sure.
Androbot. Androbot, follow my instructions. Androbot? I'm reporting a robot malfunction. No response to voice commands. Cause unknown.
That is the pinnacle of robot design. I don't care about none of these Tesla bots. Give me one of these.
Hello? Anyone here? Koval? Do you hear me? Oh, Dr. Crowther. Didn't you hear me earlier? Doctor. Is everything all right? Doctor, please, look at me. I report that I've located Dr. Crowther. He's in bad shape. I'm gonna examine him now. Hello, anyone there? I repeat, Crowther is in a serious condition.
Kind of brain damage? Reframe's not even that bad. My poor PC drop camera to 10 if the game is too demanding. I even upgraded my GPU 4 months ago, so this is as good as it gets for me.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Astrogator,
Finally. I've been listening to you for 2 hours now.
my receiver is dead.
No need to explain yourself, Doctor. I know everything. The transmitter was still working, so I heard your reports. Glad you didn't lose your head.
Wait, please, I need to reconnect. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Copy you, Doctor. Loud and clear, but to the point. As I understand it, there's only Dr. Crowther at the camp, and he's not well. What happened to him?
I was just about to examine him. Dr. Crowther, please don't be startled. I need to take your hand. Temperature normal. Pulse 2. O2 saturation is fine. There's nothing physically wrong with the doctor. His pupils respond properly. Look at my finger. No delay in reactions.
Yet no response to verbal communication.
None.
Conclusions, Doctor?
Up until yesterday, he wasn't suffering from any mental disorders. And there are no visible injuries. So, I test his blood for toxins.
Could it be the methane from the atmosphere?
No. Methane poisoning causes different symptoms. I'm afraid it's something else.
I'll prepare the infirmary. But first things first, Lander. We need to get you all on board.
Okay, what should I do?
Please look for the mission log. It should include crucial data about the crew's activities. We have 3 more people to find, and you still need to designate a place for the landing.
Not sure the GPU is an issue, maybe CPU. CPU, on the previous build, CPU is fine. On the current build, yes, the CPU is probably the bottleneck. Because upgrading the GPU means that that bottleneck has been removed. Logically, yeah, CPU. Can't go that way. See if we can find.
It's not a mission log.
Nickel, iron, manganese, beryllium, titanium in composition. Giant nickel iron meteor splashed the atmosphere of Vegas 3, melting its surface millions of years ago. Okay.
But it will do. Dr. Krauter kept records. Meticulous as always.
What's in there?
Dr. Gorski has moved away from the research sector to the west.
Ah, that's right. He followed those deposits of metal.
The most important thing is probably the landing coordinates. BA 2316.
Noting. 316. Excellent. I'm uploading the data. Starting calibration.
Structures, okay. So we think that there's some kind of structure here.
Are you looking for the detector?
Yeah, just a sec. Got it.
Please make sure it works.
I don't understand why it wouldn't. It's a rather reliable piece of equipment.
Like everything around that's already broken.
Touché, sir. Okay, checked. I'm leaving the tent.
I didn't even notice we'd opened our helmet.
Now for the robot.
It's unresponsive.
Yes, I know. I'm currently trying to establish connection. Just...
Is something wrong with the connection, sir?
It's not working. I'm not sure why. There's a relay transmitter in the camp, so the signal should be strong enough.
A relay? Huh.
Yeah.
Yasna, what are you up to?
One sec. I'm looking for it.
What about the rest of the crew? You're gonna make them wait?
Right, the others. We've no time to lose.
Exactly. All right, you
There's a fish.
bastard. One more time.
Fascinating.
Did you find anything, Doctor?
Nice specimen. Oh, it's still alive.
Ah, the fish Dr. Gorski caught. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember. Something.
Oh, here we go, 20 FPS time again.
Dragonfly, come in.
Hello, Regis. Dragonfly here. Dr. Yasna at the radio.
Novik? Is his leg still bothering him?
Yes, he's been resting in his quarters.
We're setting up on the shoreline. It's late, but we still have time to examine the ocean floor. Gorski is preparing the probe for launch. We'll start research soon. Oh, one more thing, Yasna.
Yes?
It's beautiful here. The ocean, wind, sand. My suit is pinching and cramping just at the mere sight.
Should I include this in my reports?
I'm serious. I don't know about you, but over the years I've learned to hate you, boy. We do everything to go further, see more, take mankind one step closer to omnipotence, and then we can't even take a walk on land. As if enjoying everything that's around us was almost a...
I understand how you feel, Koval. After all these years, I miss home too.
Is it that obvious? I come across as, well, erudite, but at the end of the day, it's simple longing that speaks through me.
Well, a little obvious.
We have to examine the composition of the ocean, Doctor.
Collect the mineral samples.
Yes, that's right. Do you want to do the honors?
Gladly.
Koval,
Probe in the
where are
water.
you going?
I'm switching to manual.
Over.
For a little, quick recce. Distance, 100. I'm gonna take a look around. Base, are you there? 300.
All right, Koval. I'll allow you to go on this recce of yours.
Copy that. Thank you. You're too soft on him, Yasna.
I know, I know.
500. Damn me. Am I seeing this right? Dr. Krauser, would you please have a look here?
Look at the technology. It's all switches and toggles and magnetic tape.
It's like a school of
Koval,
fish.
did you hear that? They found something.
I'm coming.
What's that green thing over on the left?
I'm here. About time. Here, take a look. What are they doing? They're moving away from us.
From us? We're talking about an artificial robotic gizmo.
Right from the probe. As soon as I swing it closer to them, do you see what happens?
Is this normal, Yasna? What do you think?
It's hard to speak of normality here, but animals are usually not afraid of equipment or anything they haven't seen before.
Are you saying they've already seen probes?
I've no idea, but their behavior suggests some sort of defense mechanism. Catch at least one for examination, then I'll be able to say more.
Come here. One more time. Got it. What did you do? I had to electrocute him. Wouldn't have caught it otherwise. I'm taking the specimen ashore. That's a fine one. There'll be plenty to dissect, Yasna.
Oh. I don't think it's logical at all. I use bottleneck calculators. I'm just updating my CPU myself and extremely careful with that. But I barely know what I'm doing. This 0 was not meant to be here. I share one keyboard with work and it was for a code. Why would you need a shortcut to type 0 so much? Yeah, there, films. Welcome in. Telephony? Absolutely. Why is 69 afraid of 70? Because one day they had a fight and 70 won. I love the fish. As in the design of the fish or the idea of the fish? Yeah, we need to get this robot behaving. We've checked those out. That one's buried. It's examination time, I suppose. It wasn't that bad film, surely. Wait. Are we not meant to do anything with the robot now? Actually not. Just the sense that there is a fish. 71. Wait, I've heard this one. Oi, oi, oi. I guess that was an optional thing that we could have done, but we've basically closed that that bridge just that there is a fish level. I swear I keep hearing like a quacking noise or something. The original was something along the lines 789. Yeah. Original was something along 7 and 9 had a fight, now 7, 8, 9. Or,
Yes, now, focus. What now?
oh, what was the other one I heard that was kind of good? Give me 1 second. I don't have it open. I had to take that dad joke from memory, but if I open this up, bring this over here. Here's another good one. It's numbers related, so it still counts. 70 is rumored to be a cannibal, but no one can figure out who 78. Ah, I like that one. Wait, really? No one? No one? I was more into food, like 7, 8, 9. Hmm. Am we still down to frickin' 20 FPS? Oh, that's what was making the noise. Oh, that's just him again. Come on, computer, why are you so slow all of a sudden? I cringed, so mission accomplished. Oh, that little noise is basically the detector thing. This whole time I've been wondering what sounds like a duck or something, and it was actually that. Hey, Faye, thanks for the lurk. Faye, if you're still here, you see how there's the user called SailorXFaye in chat? Give her a follow. She's someone who also does writing streams from time to time. I think you two will get along like a pig in mud. Highly recommend the follow. Again, your choice. I mean, there's a couple of good streamers in chat, but since you specialize in writing streams, and she's a fellow writer, makes sense. Okay, why are we on freaking 18 FPS all of a sudden? Happening. Let me just check something real quick. I'm very curious about why it's doing that. There's just a long delay between you and chat, but I swear I laughed. Hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah, I don't know why. I think everything's decided to just die today in terms of performance. Why are we at freaking 14 FPS all of a sudden? That's ridiculous. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, so... yeah, even the model's lagging. That's annoying. Okay, here's what we'll do. What we'll do is we'll close the game, we'll reopen it and see if that improves performance, because this is getting to be a pain in the butt. Oh, last checkpoint. Hope we don't lose too much progress. So fully quit the game, and then reopen it. Okay, look at that. That's improved things straight away. Alright, then... fire that up again. And then I will have to recapture that window. After the game boots up again, that is. Hopefully we didn't lose too much progress. Oy, oy, oy. Noxious. There we go. Alright, so we're back. Let me just recapture that. Bang. Continue. Router. Regains connection. Find the rest of the crew. Okay. So we didn't lose too much progress. Okay, not bad. And we're on a whopping 50 FPS again. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, we didn't lose any progress. Okay, sweet. Let's just get a roll. Get a wriggle on. It was slowing down so much because we were loading a new area. And as soon as I load into it, that'll solve that problem. I guess the detector is just pointing out where the actual people are. So this will probably be pointing to that doctor fellow there, and if I go through one of these other pathways, it'll probably just start picking up whoever's over that way. Alright, let's go through here first.
Once more, status? Damn piece of junk.
You know, I'm still kind of surprised at how well radio signals will bounce around. At the old office, we were on the first floor. And you could be having a phone call, and then you'd get in the elevator, and normally I'm used to the signal cutting out, but for some reason you could get into the elevator, and you could get all the way to the top, to the first floor without your call dropping. I just thought that was kind of cool. I don't work there anymore, but I remember that. Alright, I imagine that was just the other pathway we could have taken.
I found the area marked by Dr. Krauter. There's no one around.
What do you think? Can we land the hopper safely here?
I think so. Solid ground, a large flat area. We won't find a better place.
Entry point? Will it be 50 meters?
Yes, it's relatively clean. You can send Hopper, sir. Huh. It looks like the rocks at the landing area. The ones drawn by Krauter.
The doctor marked a waypoint. I don't recall...
It's just a sketch. No markings.
Well, if so, we should do it. What would you call them?
I'll call them Titans. Has a nice ring to it.
Noted.
One more thing, Astrogator. The Titans are almost white, unlike the environment around them.
Yes, thank you. That's valuable information. Be useful in navigating.
So we were to find the other two humans, and then we were to find the landing point. I think we've just done the landing point.
Oh, damn! I seem to have gone too far. I can see the field markings that Dr. Gorski left behind, and haven't found anyone yet.
They all may have left the area as well. But before you move on, make sure to check the whole perimeter.
As long as I'm here, let's see if I can spot someone in the distance.
Right. Anything interesting?
Oh, hang on. Oh, there's an invisible wall and I can't go anywhere. I can't... still use the...
Unfortunately, no. I'm going back.
That was useless. Still gonna look around a bit though, because it's a cool, strange alien planet. Why wouldn't I? Okay, it's blocking me. I can't go that way. Okay. Nothing over there. Can't go that way. Invisible wall, can't go that way. I'm reminded of, I can't remember the name of it. There was a game I played a while ago which was basically you're stuck on an island and it's all Cthulhu monster and whatnot. That had like these invisible walls, so you'd walk towards a boulder and be like, oh, I can go that way. And suddenly it would turn out, no, you can't. And it was just kind of jarring in the unpleasant way. Where you didn't feel like it meant anything, that you just couldn't walk in a certain direction. It was just like, yeah, we didn't want the player going this way. Well, I don't see anyone walking around down there. Or anything that looks remotely non-rock.
Yes, now, focus. What now?
Hey Froppy, how you doing? How is your Marvel Rivals addiction
I'm entering the
going?
research area. Clear for now.
Tracker?
Silent. By the way, what did they find here?
Oh, right. You don't remember. A piece of metal sticking out of the ground. Sounds inconspicuous, but in this desert environment, it's a phenomenon. The artifact turned out to be too big to dig up, or to subject to chemical and spectrometric analysis. Dr. Gorski set out to investigate its source, to find some end.
And? Did he?
That I don't know, unfortunately.
It's here. Got someone. I'm following the signal.
We can't not check out the giant, strange, alien, pointy object. What could possibly go wrong? Looks like an exhaust pipe to me. Who's over that way somewhere? Hope you're having a good day, Froppy. Hope you are chillin' like a villain. Wait, I can get down there, can't I? Yeah, I can.
That noise. Can you hear it?
Yes.
Is anyone there?
What's going on? Doctor?
Checking.
Ah. Looks like they collected some of it, whatever it was.
It's a drill. So damn loud.
Look, here, do you see it? Yes. It's the same on the other side.
Any progress?
We dig as far as the terrain allowed. It will take a while.
Regis, come in. Status report.
Astrogator, sir. We dug up another 3 cubic meters. The object exhibits remarkable structural homogeneity. All spectroscopic analysis show similar results.
Steel with tungsten and nickel alloy?
That's right, with the addition of other common metals.
Is there any chance of retrieving the entire object for research purposes?
No, none at all. Even sonar couldn't cover the entirety of it. Instead, Dr. Gorski calibrated the detector, so we had to look beneath the surface.
And? What did you see there?
More of the same. What protrudes above the ground is just the tip of the iceberg. We estimate it extends at least 50 meters underground.
I see.
Oh, furthermore, it's not a single object. Down below, there is an entire root system. So vast that it's impossible to cover it all at once, either with a scanner or a detector.
Have you followed its course?
Dr. Gorski's doing just that.
Gorski, are you scanning those roots?
Affirmative. I'm headed westwards. Been going for a few hundred meters already. Still haven't reached the end of it.
Sorry to interrupt, gentlemen, but I confirm my suspicions. This area has been tectonically inactive for a very long time, and the aeolian activity is minimal. Therefore, the material that has settled on, or rather covered this metallic structure, it's very old, which means these structures are even older.
What are we talking about here? A few thousand years? Tens of thousands?
I can't give a precise assessment, not yet.
I'm asking for a rough estimate, Merritt.
Well then, I guess it could be hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years old.
Anything else?
Yes. These structures almost certainly didn't form through natural processes.
Almost?
Well, they don't look like anything I've seen before. And you know I've seen a lot, Novik. Also, I can't find any scientific explanation for this form.
Could this be what the Alliance is here for?
Oh, don't make me guess that. I really don't know.
Personally, I doubt it, Astrogator. The more research we do, the more convinced I am that it serves no purpose at all. It's even hard to imagine this could ever have any function.
Carefully, Connell.
Regis, we're losing reception. Carvel, can you hear us? Over.
That's what she said.
Merritt, we can't hear you. Damn it.
What now, sir?
We listen. Wait for the interference to pass.
Excuse me, but I don't think it will pass on its own. We need to take action.
What do you suggest?
We can land Dragonfly as close to their camp as possible.
Doctor, you well know we can't.
Oh, so that's what happened. It was a rescue mission. Can we turn this off?
Phew.
Good.
It's finally stopped.
Peace and quiet.
I am. Unfortunately alone. Working equipment gave me hope, but someone just abandoned it. Didn't even turn it off.
That is indeed unfortunate. We need to expand our search radius.
Hey there, Mana. How you doing tonight? Hope you're good. Well, shouldn't say hope you're good, hope you're well. If you're good, you can be not good, totally up to you. I can't go that way. Giant antennas underground. That can't bode well. They're up that way. If they're anywhere. geysers.
Huh. There's something on the ground.
I didn't even spot that. A journal?
It's a journal. Geological cross-section. Measurements. These are Merritt's notes. She must be somewhere close.
Please.
Let's focus on both water chemistry testing and geological drilling.
Search the entire area thoroughly.
Layers of sedimentary clay interspersed with blackish red substance, not geological, not planetary, millions of years old. Okay. What's the latest interplanetary conference would like to offer you a promotion in the future expedition? As an astrogator, your skills and mission performance in previous missions proved your readiness to take on the next step in your space journey. Ah, so she was getting a promotion.
I think I know where I can find her.
We've got to get up to that upper level somehow. Given that her journal's down here, she's probably fallen. Let's see if the helmet gets any kind of spray on it. Nope. Okay. In some video games, whenever there's like a splash of water, it'll actually land on like the helmet or the glasses or whatever you're wearing, and you can see it. It's just a cool little attention to detail. Dying Light 1, for example, when your character goes swimming, you get like the water effect, sort of clouding his vision for a few seconds. I find it annoying in all the underwater sections, but I thought it was good attention to detail in any case. What was that? Oh, just another one of those. Right, we're getting closer.
The signal's coming from a castle backpack.
That's concerning.
I'm close, but I can't see her. She's here. I found her.
What's her condition?
Merritt! 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 Wake up! Do you hear me?
Dr. Merritt?
No. No vital
Space here.
functions.
What's
I
going
need
on?
to. 1, 2, 3. Come on. 1, 2. Don't do this to me, Merritt. Don't. Please. Live, damn it. Merritt. I beg you.
Doctor. Yasna.
No.
That's enough. Enough.
Merritt.
We tried.
Astrogator. She's.
I know. Doctor. Yasna. We have to find the others.
Please give me a minute.
Of course.
Everything will be fine. All fine.
Damn. Well,
Covel's next.
Yes, I think so. You should be close.
one down. I got up super early for a Friday, so the day already feels so long. I woke up at 4:30 a.m. today. Actually, no, my apologies. I woke up at 4:30 a.m. yesterday. It's now 12:52 a.m. So it's technically Saturday. And I don't know why, because I normally have to wake up at 5 in order to get to work on time. Because they have me on the early shift these days. Which is obnoxious, but it is what it is. But even though my alarm goes off at 5:10, for some bizarre reason I keep waking up at 4 a.m. or 4:30 a.m. or something like that. I'm just like, well, I can try and go back to sleep for like 50 minutes or 30 minutes or what have you. Which seems like a waste. Or I can just get up and start my day. Okay, you win. It's not necessarily a competition, but... What's this? Oh, just photographs.
Finally! Got a signal.
Who is it?
We'll know soon.
Who do we have here?
Koval? Don't do this to me. You're alive! Did you hear that, sir? Koval's alive.
I didn't doubt it for a second, Doctor. What's his current state?
Checking. Parameters normal, yet he's completely unresponsive. Koval? Koval? His eyes are so empty. Just like Krauter's. Koval! What the hell is wrong with you?
Are all the symptoms the same as Dr. Krauter's?
He's calm. Calmer.
Well, at least he's alive. Now listen to me, Yasna. The lander is on its way, but before you get Dr. Koval on board, I want you to do something. Yasna,
I'm listening.
please look around for his journal.
I mean, it's right here.
It's everywhere. In pieces.
Not good. Koval was in radio contact with Dr. Gorski.
Taking notes.
That's exactly why it's so important. These notes may help us find our man.
I'll go over them, but it may take a while.
Hey, Joe. How you doing? Hope you're doing well.
Have you found it?
No, it's nothing about Dr. Gorski. Found them. Surprisingly accurate. He wrote down Gorski's every step.
Great. Let's get Koval to the evacuation area. Can you carry him, Doctor?
Great structures underground, massive vertical exhibit, water tank. 150. Oh, the flagged hill. Okay.
Won't be pretty hard in 1G. But the gravity here should make things a tad easier.
Morning, Joe. It's technically morning for me too, because it's ticked over to 1 a.m. on this side. So, yeah, you're doing well. We are an astronaut. Excuse me. Or rather, I should say, an astronator, I think they're called. And our friends and colleagues are suffering some kind of bizarre effect. We need to save their lives. We're doing a princess carry.
Got him.
Who hasn't wanted to do a princess carry?
When you're there, put Dr. Cole in the seat and I'll connect to the Andromeda through the lander's antenna.
Haven't you rebooted yet?
Not quite. But it will work now.
The lander's already descending. Damn. I have a bad feeling. It won't break into pieces, right?
The descent is proceeding smoothly. Don't worry.
Not that yawning. I mean, I've been awake since 4:30 a.m. So, I guess eventually it got to me. We're just gonna leave her body here, or are we gonna...
I don't get it. What could have led to all this? Krauter? Our dear Merritt? No Cobble? An unprecedented degradation of equipment? Recurring connectivity issues? It all has to be related somehow. On the other hand, how could it be? There's not much on this planet. Primitive life forms in the ocean, metal deposits in the ground. Although the latter got Dr. Gorski's interest for some reason.
I think the delay is on my side for some reason.
It's crazy how everything's falling apart here. I don't know. Maybe we're dealing with some kind of anomaly. An atmospheric or magnetic phenomenon.
I don't think it's
Something like that
intentional.
show on the charts. All those measurements Gorski took.
I remember. Maybe he made a mistake.
Like, I've made no setting changes since the last stream, but you're the second person to mention there's a delay. It could just be an internet thing, or it could be a frame rate thing, I'm not sure. I am definitely pausing during the cutscenes, though. And not saying much.
See you up there. Only Gorski's left. We might have made it quite far.
Agreed. Everything points to it.
I don't know how long I'll be looking for him. It might take hours before I come back.
We also don't know Gorski's condition, nor what he's going through.
Shouldn't I go back for Merritt's body?
No. No, there's no need. I just regained control of the Androbot, so please, leave it to me. You did everything you could for a doctor. Now, Dr. Gorski needs your help.
Finding Dr. Goiski, okay. Yes, I use OBS. I have a mechanism to lock the version of OBS that I use, which means that I've locked it to an older version and I don't let it update. So, yeah, it's not like it's had an update and that's caused some unintended consequences because I don't allow it to update. Eventually I'll have to roll forward to a newer version, but I'm not in any hurry.
I'm leaving the excavation site. How did he come down?
Yeah, of all of the problems that I face using Linux and doing the whole streaming thing, and there are a few challenges, but one of the good things about it is I don't have to worry about... I mean, I do have to worry about it, but I have more control about software updates. So, in the case of a lot of programs on Windows or just Windows itself, it'll update itself and then it'll break stuff and you have to frantically repair. In my case, I basically still update my computer and programs and stuff, but I can basically just flag a piece of software and say, computer, you are not allowed to update this. And computer just goes, okay. And it doesn't update it. And it updates everything else except that. Eventually, something could break where the computer and the rest of the software is too new for the locked version. So it does have a shelf life, but I think I've been using the same version of OBS for a year at this point, if not longer. I'm on 30.0.2, by the way.
I've got Gorski's signal.
So soon? It's unlikely to be him.
Then who?
Not who, but what. It's weird. Dr. Gorski hardly ever parted with it.
With what? You're talking about the teleprobe.
Yes.
Small alien isolation vibes. Yeah, it's the same style of visual art. It's called cassette futurism. So the kind of design language that they had when they were making science fiction comic books and just normal books and covers and so forth. It represented the technology of the time in the 1950s, and they just tried to think ahead to what it would look like. So you've seen cutscenes where they have reel-to-reel magnetic tapes for computers, and it's all nozzles and switches. That's chicken head knobs right there on that device. In the modern world, we know it's going to be a phone, which is just a slab of glass that doesn't have many defining features, or it'll be a laptop, most likely. So I really dig this kind of visual styling. That's part of the reason I liked Alien Isolation so much, was because it had the same styling, but also because it's just a good horror game.
I located the probe. It's lying on the ground, inactive.
Can't be completely broken if you picked up a signal. I'd say it's running in safe mode. Please try to power it on.
Do we have time for this?
It's for a good reason, Doctor. The probe could prove useful in the search. And besides, you'll see.
Does it affect performance issues? I did the recent update. Now it prompts OBS crashed, so just ignore the prompt. I don't think so. I haven't done an update for at least a week. So it's not like something else would have updated and caused problems.
Okay. I'm opening the probe.
Look, those are valves in there. That's not transistors.
Turning the systems on.
No, stop. Wait for my instructions. There's a button on the left side of the fuse box. Hold it, and then turn the dial again. Now go ahead.
Slide records.
Correct.
I didn't know we had access to them.
You couldn't have known. This is not standard procedure. But as they say, extremis malis, extrema remedia.
Let's take a look.
I think it just means desperate times call for desperate measures. The Latin that he used, but that's just a guess.
A photo of the first days on the surface. They started exploring the littoral zone almost immediately.
They reported as much. Wasn't until the fourth day the comms failed.
Happy as pigs in mud, they caught a fish. Found the excavation.
I recognize these structures. This is where they began to dig. Hours passed. 3 crew members are still there. Dr. Gorski must have left already.
We lost contact shortly thereafter.
The probe followed him, and he followed the detector's readings.
Going after those metal structures.
Yes, that's what I meant.
What's next?
I would have to be on your level of wit and precise timing to use sounds for your jokes. Well, I think if there's some kind of a delay going on anyways, it would just make it even more difficult. Happier than a dead pig in the sunshine. I think I'll only go for 2 hours stream-wise tonight. Just because I am starting to feel a little bit tired. I do want a weekend max and not sleep too much, but by the same token, I know that I need to get up early tomorrow to do a couple of bits and bobs. Not like super early, I'm not working tomorrow or anything, but... Just gotta go out and get some grocery shopping done and whatnot, and I'd prefer to do that earlier in the morning to avoid the heat of the day. I think it's supposed to be hot tomorrow, let me just check real quick. It was kind of hot today. Oh no, tomorrow's not going to be too hot. Yeah, that's pretty mild actually. I was worried for nothing. Ah, the classic PlayStation startup noises. Those sound good to me. The modern PlayStation, which just plays a bit of classical music for a second, it doesn't have the same impact. Just not as good.
Last slide. There's mostly noise.
Nothing in particular stands out to you, Doctor? They were digging and suddenly, poof, people are dead?
No need to shout, Astrogator. I'm just letting you know what I see. That's all. Hang on. An absurdly high electromagnetic field reading.
That's something. Sort of. What are the earlier readings?
Checking.
That delay is magnificent. Oh, I don't know why it's so delayed. Shouldn't be.
Still high in the slide just before. And earlier, quite normal.
Hey there, Putty. How you doing? Good morning. I am digging the game so far, to be honest.
It happened in a matter of seconds. But there's nothing except dunes. Sand, a few rocks, a shadow.
Shadow.
Another sandstorm, I guess.
All right, Doctor. Let's move on. You may turn on the fuses now. We'll take the probe with us. Good. I've got it on my radar. Now I can give commands to the probe. And? What do you see?
Is it working correctly?
If you run it on manual steering, sir, then it works just fine.
That's exactly what I'm doing. You have a keen eye. I'll put it in auto mode. From now on, it will follow you, Doctor.
Oh, it'd be nice to have some company. I mean, apart from yours, sir.
1 second. That's odd. There's no data in the probe's memory. No ID, no nothing. Do you want to give it a new ID? Name it, basically. After all, it'll be with you for a while. So, what's it going to be?
Huh. A name for the teleprobe. All right. I can think of something.
Copy that. I'm listening.
Or B, Bally, or Luna. I mean, it's a giant metal sphere, so Bally makes sense, but we'll call it Bally.
Please enter Ball E. B-A-L-L-E.
Done. Now, a few more tweaks.
Here, Bally. Here, Bally, Bally.
You'll have a flying measurement center at your disposal.
The map is the entire book. Yes. It's kind of like what divers use, and I don't dive, but I've seen a couple of videos. When they're underwater, they need this really kind of thick paper, and they use special pencils to write messages to each other, which work underwater. And they're kind of like these really thick map-looking bits of paper, and they write with it. So I think when the game was being designed, they just took that concept and expanded upon it a bit. So there's like a metal case, and then there's the pieces of weird paper inside for space stuff. Okay. Reminds me a lot of Eddie from Fallout New Vegas. The sort of spherical probe that wanders around. Alright, I have no idea where to go. But that's fine. I'll work something out. Although if there's invisible walls here, then that tells me then this is not the way to go. Reminds me of Battlefield. I shot your battleship. Really? Okay, so I can't climb up there, so that's not the way to go either. We have to be going this way somehow. Oh, there we go.
Time seems to be slipping through my fingers like sand. So much sand.
You sound tired, Jasna.
Because I am tired, Astrogator. I don't see these metal structures anywhere.
The only surface structure reported was from the excavation area.
The detector's measurement is very clear. I'm going straight on.
No crossroads? Branches?
Not yet. Just one thick, tangled vein.
Uh-oh. You have to follow it. Follow the thick, tangled vein.
Huh. I guess I found the first point.
You guess? We have to be sure, Doctor.
Well, I'm at the first clear branching of these structures, such as reported by Dr. Gorski.
All right. What happened next?
Did I see Project Zero on Steam? Was that Maiden of Black Water? Because I do own that. The performance was not great at the time, so I set it aside, planning to come back to it later. But there's a couple of Fatal Frame games on Steam. I think it's Maiden of Black Water and Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Could be wrong. Maiden of Black Water is the 4th game, I believe, and then one of the other ones is a prequel. I was tempted to try playing it and streaming it, but Maiden of Black Water is very heavy on the unaliving themes, and that could trigger some people. So I was sort of keeping away from it, if you will. It's just a newer version, so same mechanics. It was built for the Wii U console, so it has mechanics built for that which don't quite work well on the PC, but you can still play it.
The probe detected something.
I've seen that in the readings. What is it exactly?
Well, the structure from the notes, it fits the description perfectly. Well done, Bully. I knew I could count on you.
Well, we didn't bring it to the surface for no reason, even in the first stage procedure.
Oops, wrong button. Then we've got the kind of comic book.
Hi, Bully.
I almost want to give the damn thing head pats. Rory told me there's only one Final Fantasy, the first one, so I'm gonna look past that one. The second the second Fatal Frame game is totally fine. At least I think so. The third one is also good, but after that the concept starts to wear a bit thin. Oh, the comic book thing. Yeah, it's an interesting way to tell a story and allow the player to catch up.
Water was mentioned in the note, around the 3rd point, and I have a matching object here.
All right. So how many are left?
2 points, or at least that's what he told Koval. What he did next, it's hard to assess.
Well, the battery and the detector last for only a few hours, so he couldn't have gone much further.
It looks like a straight line. Alright, let's keep looking for this dude. Just a little bit further. Like a person for a second. I think there's a PlayStation 2 game called Max Payne, Joe, which is, I mean, I'm sure you've heard of it or seen it. The only reason I mention it now is because they use a comic book style for some of the cutscenes and transitions. Which I thought was kind of cool. So we're on a strange alien planet in this game.
Gotcha. I found his tracks. Finally, some tangible evidence that he was going this way.
Good. Downhill all the way, Doctor.
I wouldn't be so sure, Astrogator. The next point is at a height of approximately 100 meters. Definitely uphill. I think I'll catch up with Dr. Gorski on the other side.
Well, that wouldn't be such a bad scenario, right?
Of course not. Though I wouldn't mind if we bumped into each other before the climb.
Just hoping that. What can I say? Great minds think alike.
I think we have the fourth point.
There we go.
I confirm. It's the fourth one. I see our flag.
Just like lava? Yeah, we don't want to mess with that. I think we're going that way. Max Payne sold me when I was younger because of the comic book thingy. I mean, it was a pretty cool and revolutionary game in many aspects, so it doesn't surprise me that they also did something cool with the art style and having a comic book strip appear as you play through. Oh, what? Can we not go this way? Are we not meant to go this way? Is that what this is? No, we can. No. I think we're meant to go that way. Out. No, dead end. Yeah, that is what it is. Let us gaze upon nature's fury. Where is that? That's what we're looking for. Lava. Evidence of some kind of geological activity. Don't try this at home, but you can step on lava under certain conditions. When lava is going along on the ground, there's usually a crust on top, and if you step on the crust for just a second and it's thick enough, then you won't lose your foot. But if the crust is too thin, you'll go straight through it and, you know, bye-bye foot. And it's got to be a pretty thick crust for you not to already be being roasted alive by the ambient heat coming off that lava pool. Why do I know that? Because there was apparently a dude who thought it would be a fantastic idea to stick his arm into lava to find out how it feels. And then he refused to tell anyone else how it felt. So there is one dude who knows if you stick your hand in lava, this is exactly how it feels. And he refuses to tell anyone. He is the ultimate troll for not sharing that knowledge with humanity. I think we're going.
Oh, there's no time.
I think we're going the right way. I've never heard of stepping on hot coal. Yeah, you can also step on hot coals. So if you've got traditional hot coals, which are all burning and cooking and whatnot, you can run over the top of them. The heat...
2, 1.
The land is departing.
Yes, they're on their way.
What's the plan for the second flight? The same place?
That would work best. Certain, proven. When you and Dr. Gorski come back, I'll send the lander right away.
structures undergo noticeable changes here. If it keeps growing at this rate, I don't know what I'll find at the end.
What kind of growth are you talking about, Doctor? Depth, width, complexity level?
In every aspect.
Interesting. Do you think these veins lead somewhere? To something?
I'm leaning more and more towards that conclusion. But I can't tell what we might expect at the end, if it ends at all. I've reached the top. The Doctor discovers something new from here. Something he called bushes.
Huh. I've heard that term before.
In their conversations between Koval and Gorski.
No, Jasna. You're the one who reported it to me.
Oh, cutscene time.
Seriously? Well, I don't see anything like it now, sir.
Oh, not cutscene time. Imagine lava would feel like pain, but hey, what do I know? I've never stepped my hand in lava. I haven't either, but I imagine it would feel very hot, and then it would feel very cold, and then you would just feel nothing.
Wait. Koval noted down the parameters.
Visible from point 4, biggest one yet, inside hill. Oops, wrong button.
Azimuth 350. Distance 200 meters.
Copy that. I'm sending the probe.
Got it. I see the bushes.
And the Doctor?
Hard to tell. Visibility is poor. It's gonna be harder than before. I don't know how the Doctor...
When it comes to finding a safe route, there won't be a problem. But you'll have to get there on your own 2 feet.
I suppose a probe will carry out the first task. It's capable yet?
Of course. I set the environment analysis mode. The probe will calculate the best route between your location and your destination. It'll guide you along the defined path. The calculations will only take a moment.
See, you gotta sometimes think, what's it like? I have wondered about stuff like that before. What's it feel like to step into lava? What's it feel like to do this or that? The answers that I find are usually quite horrifying from like a biological perspective. So I usually just sort of go, okay, that's enough internet for one day. And look away. So we need to get over there somewhere where those bushes are. Where'd they go? Ah, keep pressing the wrong button.
Hi, Bully. Lead the way. I must say, it's a clever device, this probe of ours. Hey, can it fly for this long?
Yes. Longer than you can stand on your feet.
Sounds like the perfect research unit. Maybe even better than a human.
Well, let's not exaggerate.
I don't know. For me, it's only a matter of time before machines surpass their creators. The only question is when.
Well, that's a dark thought, when technology surpasses even us. What then becomes the point of humanity when technology has superseded us? Do we even matter anymore? Science experiment time. Oh dear. Dear, 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 dear. Is there anything interesting down there? Nope. I don't think we're meant to be using this, but... Oh wow. We'll go to the next stopping point in game and then I'll wrap it up for this evening because I am getting sleepy. Seems like a skill issue to me, because I generally like to maximize my weekend as much as possible, which means sacrifice sleep to get more awake time to do things, but even I have my limits, I've discovered. Cackled. Lol.
Oh, we have a problem.
Something serious?
Huh. Maybe it's true that machines will surpass us, but not today. The route determined by the algorithm goes over a chasm.
I can repeat the command.
No. I'll go around.
Smile day keeps the sadness away. I can get behind that.
Unfortunately, this is an outdated model. Such mistakes are inevitable. But the perception module itself has already been greatly improved. Its accuracy increases exponentially.
Exponentially? Can you imagine us, proteinaceous creatures, developing so quickly?
No, not in the course of evolution. You can't perfect a person like that.
That's right, you can't. We wait thousands of years for visible changes.
Have you started to fear for your position?
Well, everything indicates that the clear distinction between humans and robots will soon disappear.
And then what?
Well, if we assume that they'll surpass us, things will get complicated. Because in order to program a brain with computing power equal to that of a human, you need a brain with computing power higher than that of a human. Ergo, a man cannot make a machine smarter than a man.
Then who else would design it?
Self-learning algorithms? Some spontaneous process? Or pure chaos? Something inhuman, that's for sure. Shh, Astrogator. Can you hear that?
What am I supposed to be hearing?
That's the point. Nothing. Silence. We're talking about robots, and Dr. Gorski still hasn't spoken on the channel.
Well, I don't know. He must be a long way from here.
Well, that was a nerdy conversation. Still going, what do you mean? Young stallion. I am getting long in the tooth. Where's this thing taking us? Oh wait, we should probably take this opportunity as a learning exercise. So Vey, I know you're still a beginner streamer. See the little green sword next to Joe's name? It means that he's a moderator for the channel and can do things a normal viewer can't do. So I'm a moderator in Joe's stream and he's a moderator in mine. So all that basically, excuse me, all that basically means is, you know, just be in chat, just be chilling, keep the conversation going if there's quiet parts, and when other people, if anyone was to get rowdy or start talking about sensitive topics, Joe would sort of step in and just sort of steer them away so that the stream doesn't get too distracted. An example could be you're in the middle of a writing stream, you're having a chat, and then one of your chatters in your stream starts talking about politics or something that's a bit sensitive, that's against the rules. what would probably happen is that you keep streaming and the moderator would sort of step in a bit like a bullfighter with the red flag and try and draw that chatter towards them. If things got too bad, they'd ban the chatter or time them out or use any kind of moderation tools, or maybe they'll message them directly and just say, hey, can you calm down a bit? But that's sort of where that role comes from. There's also the shout out that's there as well. So yeah, just a bit of a streamer education for you, Vay.
Dr. Gorski, are you here somewhere?
No worries, Vay. Like I say, just pay it forward. We taught you how to raid out. We taught you this. Just pass it along to someone else one day. Nothing too impressive down there. From the detector-wise, that is.
These bushes are kind of weird.
You better stay away, Doctor. I'd like a brief description. Just keep a distance.
Allow me to use the language I would use to describe living forms, sir.
Of course.
So they look like pituitary, brush-like formations. They're high, more or less, from 1 to several meters. They grow out of cracks in the bare rock.
Kind of want to poke one of them now, see what happens. Major debt. Oh, I don't do nothing. Don't worry about me. Just one more random chatter in the sea of Twitch users.
Astrogator, Gorski's not here. I'm afraid he continued to explore. And if he went where I think he did, he might have lost contact with the camp as well as Dragonfly.
So we will most likely lose contact too.
Possibly. Well, there's only one way to be certain. It's your decision, sir.
Please continue your search. We have to find him.
That's the unwritten rule, isn't it? Under no circumstances do we leave anyone behind.
That's right, Doctor. You can lose everything else, but you have to have the crew on board. The living and the dead. This is one of the most crucial imperatives, even though it's not in the regulations.
I mean, it's kind of a strange bit of dialogue in game because I do know that Burial at Sea is an example, so. Yeah. Alright. Ooh. It almost looks green.
The line's breaking up, but I understood. I'll let you know, sir, when I come out of the tunnel.
Well, we knew that we had to poke these things eventually, so at least we know. Oh, cutscene time.
Altitude 24,000. Speed 250. Knots speed hopper.
This must be when we arrived on the planet.
12,000. Throttle down. 30 seconds till touchdown. Everything's looking good. Over.
Roger that.
Altitude 5,000. Ignition deck sent. I record data dropout, but otherwise still looking good. Entering final descent. 37
Copy. Entering final. landed. I repeat, Hopper has landed. Astrogator, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Any side effects? Landing wasn't too hard on you?
All good? Spine still in one piece. No signs of overstrain. Not even shortness of breath.
Perfect. Hopefully the hike to camp goes just as smoothly.
Regular chatter is the one that taught the most. Nope, I am just a regular chatter.
I'm going outside.
Visibility?
100%. The dust has already settled.
This will be the last one.
I've located the second lander. Our people are still on this planet.
Ah, very good. I was afraid they might try to fly off, which wouldn't be the best idea given the loss of communication with Dragonfly.
Sir, something's wrong.
What is it?
The hatch is half open. Did they report hydraulics failure?
How should I know? You were the last person in contact with the crew, Doctor.
Right. I'm
Oh
inside.
dear.
And? How is it?
Even if they wanted to, they couldn't go back to Dragonfly. Their lander looks damaged, to put it mildly. Or more accurately, it seems like a storm has passed through it.
Understood. I mean, I don't understand how it happened. But that means...
Hopper is the only vehicle that can take us home. Affirmative.
Right. Well, then we can't afford another mistake. I'm taking the lander into orbit. I'll send it directly to the camp as soon as we find a suitable landing zone.
Hey there, Mama. How you doing?
We've gotten out of worse than this.
You having a
Equipment
good
breaks
morning?
From time to time, that's normal. But now,
Go ahead. What's bothering you?
this lack of communication. It takes too long. Especially considering there's a cyberneticist amongst them.
Yes. It worries me too.
Can't do anything more with that. Okay. They probably sabotaged it themselves and decided they didn't want to leave. That's my vibe. Alrighty then. I think we've hit a good stopping point. We'll probably just go on a bit of an adventure next, and the cutscene will end, sort of a deal, but I am getting pretty sleepy, and it's nearly 2 AM over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to... There we go. Do a seamless transition across to... Oh wow, that really is delayed. I don't know why though. I can actually see the yeah, you guys are about 30 seconds behind at least. Feeling exhausted. Just been a long Friday for you. I know the feeling. I definitely do. Someone was playing this game earlier. Nah, it's just me. I would have sworn someone else was playing it. How's she going? She's been streaming for 8 hours. Jesus Christ. Can never do that. Barry is on. He is on. Yeah, we'll raid into Broom to Elva, and then she can finish up when she finishes up. So, first and foremost, thanks so much for everyone who popped in to catch the stream. It was a nice chill weekend, chill week at work, so I wasn't super stressed or anything like that. A little bit tired, as, like I said, I woke up at 4:30 a.m. today. It's now 2 a.m. and I haven't slept at all, so just a little bit out of it towards the end there. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone who popped in, and for anyone who may I suggest, yeah, sure. I am open to raid new people, because it was just going to be some of my regulars otherwise. You'd have to drop their username in chat for me to find them, though. But, yeah. I am gonna wrap things up for now. Not sure what's gonna happen tomorrow, because I have to wake up not super early. I have to wake up at a reasonable time tomorrow, just get some errands and some grocery shopping done and all that good stuff. And then we'll see what happens for tomorrow afternoon. I think the plan was going to be to do Shadow of the Colossus and just keep on basically taking down Colossi. I think we're about halfway through, or if not 50%, then 45% of the way through all of the Colossi lore. Oops. No, I don't need that now. Twitch, bad Twitch, bad Twitch. That's what I wanted, so I'm going to copy that. Sure, that'll work. Alright. Sure. I don't know who this person is, but happy to raid out to them. So, yeah, like I said, I'm just going to take it easy for tonight, get some sleep, get my errands done tomorrow and whatnot. We're going to raid out to this person that Joe has recommended. I don't know them personally, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So yeah, let's spread some energy, say hello to whoever this is, playing Dark Souls, and I will catch you all on the flip side. But as always, thank you so much. Hope you're all going to be doing good. If you're doing bad, I hope you're getting away with it. But until next time, bye-bye.